All right, welcome back to Fidelis Fitness. Today what we're going to be talking about is determining how many calories we should be taking in overall. We've talked about macros, proteins, fats, carbs prior. Today we're going to be talking about your actual calories overall and how do you know how many calories you should be taking in. So the way we're going to determine that is we are going to start tracking our calories every single day for the next 2 weeks. Lately, you'll hear a lot in the fitness realm, in the fitness space, that you can't break the laws of thermodynamics. What does that mean? What that means is you can't eat in a deficit and not lose weight. Every pound of weight lost is a 3,500 deficit over a period of time. So we need to focus on learning what our body actually needs to maintain its weight at where it currently is. And then we're going to reduce the calories. You're going to pull them back from there so that we can actually start losing weight. It's a very simple math equation. Do you want to lose 1 pound a week? We need to target a 500 calorie deficit every day. Do we want to have a more slow and gentle weight loss and make it a little easier on you? 25 or 250 calories every single day is going to be a half a pound of weight loss. And so depending on how aggressive we want to go with your diet plan is going to depend on how aggressive we need to be on the daily deficit. But how do you know what your daily deficit is? The only way to know what that is to start tracking your calories every single day. And so for the first 2 weeks, I don't want you to make any changes to your diet. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing to do that, but what I want you to focus on is I need you to focus on tracking every single thing you put in your mouth. Do you have an extra soda? Do you grab some peanuts or some cashews? Every single thing that you put in your mouth needs to be tracked. There's a couple apps out there that are really good. MyFitnessPal is one that a lot of individuals use. MacroFactor is the one that I personally use. I am not sponsored. I'm just letting you know that is the one that I use. Those two apps are great, and there's a lot of other ones out there too. I'm not telling you which one to use. Whichever one works for you and that you like the user interface and that you think you're actually going to use, that's the one you should use. With that being said, focus on tracking every calorie that you take in for the first 2 weeks. And we need to also weigh ourselves every day for the first 2 weeks. We're going to continue doing this over time, but the reason I'm focusing on the first 2 weeks is that's going to give us a really solid baseline of how many calories you are currently needing to maintain your current weight. From there, we're going to change your calories. And so say we come out with a total calorie balance of 2,500 calories every day is what you need to take in, and that's what you're currently taking in, and you're maintaining your 200 pound weight or your 150 pound weight wherever we are. From there, what is our goal? What is our current goal? Not our end goal, it doesn't matter. We can have milestones along the way, but what is our first goal going to be? Do you want to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months? Well, then we need to manipulate the calories to make sure that that happens. And then we need to track continually for the next 2 months to make sure that that happens. What gets tracked gets improved. So we need to make sure that we're tracking our calories. With that being said, when we start focusing on this, we're going to start learning how many calories are actually in the items that we use, or in the items that we eat. So say, for instance, you're on a 500 calorie deficit for the day, and you decide, I've been really good. I've been maintaining my calories. I've been hitting my goals. I'm going to have a soda today. And then the next day you have some peanuts. Those 2 items right there may blow out the entire deficit for 2 or 3 days in just that. So what does that mean? That means, well, that week we don't lose weight, or we lose quite a bit less weight than what we're expecting to see. And so if we do bust over on our calories and we're tracking it, what that means is that we now know we need to do some extra activity. What is that like? Whether that is on the treadmill or we go for a longer walk, we need to do some extra activity if we do go over. What we can also do is if we're tracking our calories and we're doing a really good job with it, it doesn't mean you can never have a treat, or you can't have some cake or some ice cream or something every once in a while. But if we do choose to do that, then we need to back our calories off somewhere else. So treat your calorie balance every day like a bank account. I get 2,500 calories at the beginning of the day. I need to make sure that I don't eat more than 2,500 calories by the end of the day. And so if I know, hey, tonight I'm going out with some friends and we're going to a birthday party and there's going to be some cake there and I want to have a little bit of cake. What does that mean? It means we eat a little bit less throughout the day so that way when we get there, we're able to have our cake and eat it too. And so that we don't go over what that calorie deficit is for the entire day. If we start focusing on our lives like that, we can make lifelong changes that are easy to maintain for the rest of your life. If you continue doing what you've always done, you're going to be where you always are. Right now, you're watching this video because you want to lose weight. The only way we're going to do that is by making these positive changes in our lives, understanding how the things that we're putting into our bodies actually affects us, and then changing the things that we put into our bodies so that we have the effect that we're going for. I want a healthier, leaner, happier body. Well, that means I need to eat less food and I need to eat healthier foods. And so right now, for the first 2 weeks, focus on just tracking your calories, understanding what does it take to be where we're at, and then moving on from there. We're going to start talking about some other things. I'm going to do some exercise videos next, and we're going to go from there. So